Good morning, welcome to Morning Outlook. This is Kim speaking on Wednesday the 16th of September. So starting off actually, in fact I will come back to the Euro, but of course before I get onto that, what have we got in store today? Well, news wise we've already seen some data coming out from UK, the inflation data coming out first thing this morning. I'm just looking at what they came in at, plus 0.2 versus a 0 year on year, so slightly better than expected. Inflation for a lot of countries is expected to become a problem in terms of lack of it. I'm not too sure that the UK will have that problem, but we'll see. Anyway, for now, there's that. There's the core retail sales coming out in the US at 130. May give us a bit of a blip. It's a good sign of whether things are. So I don't think we'll ever say the word normal again, actually, but improving, or whether they're not. And then we've got core crude oil inventories at 330, which may give the oil price a bit of a spike of one way or another. But more importantly, and the most important figures today, is those FOMC economic projections and statement, and the projections probably more important than the statement, because the statement I think is going to come out pretty much in line with expectation. We've already heard quite a lot with the Jackson Hole summit being held in between the previous conference and this one, so it could be a bit of a damp squib, as they say in the trade, but we'll see. But that's 7, and then 7:30 of course is the FOMC press conference. So let's have a look at the technicals that we're left in with today. And as I talk about these technicals, one thing to bear in mind is it could be a slowish day because of FOMC, but we'll see. We'll see what's out there for us. So technically at the moment then, euro dollar, I'll come back to this daily for a moment, did actually end up with a downward day yesterday. 4 ups, 1 down. It's looking like it's finding a bit of support back into that daily 34 at the moment, which combines with the 4 hourlies combination of moving averages down here. It's whether or not it can push back above that 4 hourly a move back above that would look more bullish, and maybe we would see further upside towards that 119 area. That seems to be the sort of line in the sand for sure at the moment. Looking shorter term here into the 60-minute, well, it's trying to do something here. It's sort of mid-ranging. Daily pivot sits above here with the 50 and the 34, which could be a draw. I'm not too sure if I'd want to sell into it or buy into it at the moment, and that's the puzzle there. It's looking well, iffy to say the least. It's put a confirmed lower high in on this 60-minute time frame. And we had that, well, okay, that's probably that divergence there has been worked off in terms of this movement all the way back here. Whether we can get to move on here is another matter, and really just looking, maybe waiting for that bigger move above that 1855 area. So that's the euro. In fact, the euro yesterday had quite large options sitting around 3 o'clock. It didn't actually get back down to that 50, did it? By 3? Let's have a quick look. It had a big option expiry. Quickly, yep, it did. By 3 o'clock there, it got back to that 1850 area, and there was a lot of options sitting around there. The price was obviously driven down there. Just quick look of options today. Nothing significant really at all for the euro there, or the yen. The yen often has options sitting around, large option contracts sitting around it. Nothing for either, so it's a free day to do what it would like today. Right, pound. The pound is still sitting underneath this major trend line. This is the major trend line from the prior lows there through. It's still sitting below there. It's not managing to push beyond. That is the ceiling at the moment. Still has the weekly pivot untouched above, and we're still sitting in this sort of slightly rising wedge type pattern it's becoming now. It looks a bit flaggy at one stage, bit wedgy at the moment. It has, as I say, got that level above, but to me it becomes a sell if it starts breaking that 60-minute 50. Would certainly look on the softer side, but it is a bear flag on this bear wedge sitting on this time frame, so we'll see how it pans out. But for now, you're just coming down to the 5 minute, choppy as anything, looking like a sell, but we got a good long off it yesterday. I'll be open-minded about this. If it can break the upside there, that trend, maybe looking for a move back to the upside, but very much aware of that 29.20 area being resistance even before that weekly pivot in the R1 where it should be aiming for. Okay, Dolly Yen. It's not the clearest of markets, but in any stretch of the imagination, Dolly Yen has continued yesterday, sold off and broke and continued breaking out this wedge. It would suggest that we're going to see some more downside, wouldn't it? But well, we're not too far away from these prior lows here, and it seems to be sitting around those at the moment. That's as far as it got yesterday, and that just may give it the support it needed. Lower highs, lower lows, everything looked all right on this 4 hourly, 60 minutes. Again, has got daily pivot above. This might be a point, a sell point. If it gets back up there with that 34, may give us some resistance. If it breaks through that, well, that would be all bets to the downside off at that stage. But for now, that would be an ideal sell point on the Dolly Yen. Aussie dollar, the Aussie, keep reminding you, it's a bit of the pretty one of them all. It seems to have been catching a bid more often than not. It's such a mess when we look down at this 4 hourly chart. It's, if anything, I mean, yesterday it pushed up and sold off on that afternoon candle. To me, it looks like it may be wanting to push up. It's already through its daily pivot. Shape of what we're seeing here looks like, well, that R1 or at least that 73337 sort of area, 73337, that's it, area, may provide a bit of resistance there, if not the R1. So, but it does at the moment look like it might push that way. Canadian dollar, it just tripped through its this little flaggy sort of trend line here. I may just adjust that, give it a or try and adjust it. I won't adjust it at all. But you know what I mean. A break of that would still signify maybe more further downside here. It's done pretty well overall. Looking at the picture, as I said yesterday, is that sort of head and shouldery sort of pattern. It's still sitting there. A break of this trend line may signify more downside. I think with the FOMC, it may be just that might be the driver one way or the other later. But for now, well, shorter, right down to 5 minutes, far too far. But hourly, that's it. That's what I wanted. Very choppy sitting in this hourly. You can see the long periods of chop, and it's never a great day trading currency. Right, that's pretty much it there. S&Ps, have a quick look through. The S&Ps here, let's just take it top down so you can see still curling around here. Another positive day yesterday. It's already starting to push back up this morning, and well, I think the equity markets think they've got it in the bag for more confirmation of help in a sense, and well, we could see a further push up towards this daily R1 later today. The shape it is at the moment, it's high lows, higher highs. That looks bullish. Okay, that's pretty much it for me. I wish you a great day. Oh, well, we'll just have a quick look at oil here on the short term. There we go. Oil has continued that little push out of that wedge from yesterday. So that pushed out early-ish morning, and well, did look back, but is pushing back up towards the sort of $40 barrel marker, which is more of a norm. But there we go. We'll see what happens later on with the crude oil inventories at 3:30. Have a great day. Bye for now.